watching Tulipswift. I'm here with
Maddy reads.
One thing that I've been wanting to do is let you guys know what I've been reading this year. I mean, you'll find out the best books in December, but I want you to know the books that I'm not going to mention that weren't the best books. And if you follow me on Goodreads, alright, you've been exposed. But I think it would just be great to have, like, you know, a one-on-one, the shit I've been actually reading this year, so it's bad. I have 26 books. We're going to try to go fast.
I'm excited.
Twilight Saga, the complete
Film archive. Actually, I'm actually
Have you read this one? I'll pull it out for you. It's really exciting.
What? Because my friend used to have the Twilight one that Catherine Hardwicke made from like filming the first one. I was obsessed with that. I low-key like sold off her bookshelf. No, not low-key.
That channel.
That's the book.
This got me really into directing.
That's the book. This makes me like the movie a lot more.
This is the complete film archive.
Oh,
look at this. This is their wedding invitation. I know! Turtles All the Way Down.
I never read that.
I didn't really like it.
I heard it was awful.
It didn't make me feel good, and I never felt interested like Paper Towns. I just felt like so triggered all the time. Yeah, that's exactly what anxiety feels like. Why are you reminding me?
Yeah. If he had been with me, it's this YA book that I read back in like middle high school. I love tricking myself. I remember like this whole Tumblr thing about Dan and Phil.
For sure.
Why you gotta ship real people together?
No, but the thing is, they're very comfortable. Like they're like half their brand is like their ship. So much more mature than like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. And Jack's like, I'm like
just together. It's like, yeah, what? So what?
Dan and Phil are
so
like,
what?
yeah, we don't have a problem with homosexuals, do you? And Dan's like, I love when you guys write fanfic. Go ahead and express yourself. I'm not gonna fucking read it, but
I just feel creeped out when I like ship actual real people together, cause like
I've never felt that way. This is my next one. It actually wasn't good.
It wasn't?
Yeah, and I love him. He's just not a good writer. I actually liked him before he did miniseries on YouTube.
I just look at his videos and I'm like, I'm just annoyed. Intense. But it was kind of interesting looking up that TanaCon stuff, because I was actually like, it was like a whole hour of me just researching this. I'm like, how do you mess up this bad? It's like DashCon, like on Tumblr.
I heard about that. Oh my god, it's so crazy.
Seeing all the memes about the ball pit.
Mysterious Benedict Society.
I haven't read that one either.
You never heard of it?
I only read 5 of the Lemony Snicket books.
Girl!
Just recently. Well, because
5's the best one. It has a cliffhanger ending.
My old best friend gave me all of them, and since like she dropped me out of her life, I'm kind of bitter about it, because she like kind of
Forget her. Go read Lemony Snicket.
Bad memories tied to books. Leave me alone. I was thinking of them. Like, I'm impatient, but then I never bought the rest.
I really like her. When they do like Far Away and they look like that, I think it's creepy and I don't like it. Also, I can't tell how old this guy is, because I think he's a love interest because they flirt a lot. I don't like not being able to ship people.
But yeah, I want to hold it. They should introduce Kamala in the Captain Marvel film at the end, because I remember seeing this thing on Twitter about like at the end of Captain Marvel, like there's like Kamala or something with a poster or something like that, Captain Marvel or something like that.
Next, I read this book. So it's about the main character is Lemony Snicket. Wait, what does this smell like? It smells like Febreze or something to me.
I don't know. There's so many different smells. You have the hardcover of Perfume Wallflower. I don't have the paperback. This is.
I have 2 paperbacks.
Bye.
I got it for $1 at a garage sale. Does that help?
This is a beautiful cover. You guys should read this, Ms. Marvel. It's really good. She's a really cool character.
The 6th Pretty Little Liars book called Killer. Geekerella. Geekerella was so good. The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon.
I almost bought that one.
Okay, this is when the Sarah J. Maas phase started. So I actually reread Air of Fire.
Don't get me started about that book.
I loved this so much the first time. It was my favorite Sarah J. Maas book. I hated it so much the second time. Isn't that crazy?
You finally saw the light.
Who knew?
I made a rant technically in my review on my channel.
And I was probably really mad because I was like, this is the best one. But now I'm like not into it, but the hair.
It does match. You can't deny.
Okay, the next book I gave away, and it's All the Bright Places.
I have issues.
I hated it so much. They like meet on the ledge, and then they fall in love, and then like
it's just
he's like suicidal.
Yeah,
I hated it.
And it's just like I can't comprehend it still because it was so bad. I'm like, this is so bad.
I was so mad.
And it's like, oh, suicide's not the answer or whatever. I'm just like, this is the trashiest way you could possibly see.
For sure. The next opinion is gonna insult Sarah J. Maas fans and Sarah J. Maas haters. So just know, if you're upset, everyone is upset. This was the worst Sarah J. Maas book I ever read. Everyone loves Queen of Shadows. And I was like, this is it. This is the drama. I was just upset the whole time. I didn't like it.
You really finally know why Sarah J. Maas is
so
bad.
Annoying. She's so annoying. No, but I am such trash. I want to keep reading. I gave it 3 stars and I reviewed it. 1 word. Welp.
Oh, I was I kind of wanted to read that, I think.
I had like a list of things I was already going to read in June, and I was like, oh, I feel like shit, I'm not reading any gay books. But I picked this up, and then she was gay, and I was like, ta-da!
That's what happened to the
I didn't mean
book
to.
that I read that I picked up.
I like this because it wasn't about her sexuality. She was in high school, but she actually lived in LA, and she liked to work as an intern on movie sets.
Oh, that's really
Which
cool.
was really exciting, because I just loved reading about her life. I feel like there wasn't enough like excitement.
This is a pretty cover, so I'm gonna hold it.
Alright, now we start our Colleen Hoover binge. Well, the first one I read this year was Without Merit.
I read that one.
I think that was the best Colleen Hoover book I ever read.
That one scene, you know what I'm talking about, when everything's just going to hell.
Remember when I told you that there was still going to be another plot twist? And I was like, no, it's going to be darker, I swear. And then it was, and I was right. Okay, are you okay?
Is that a Sleeping in Sirens sticker?
No. Next, this is a reread maybe someday because there's a next book, so I wanted to catch up. And I like always love this book because she like learns sign language. What I didn't like about it is in the first book, he has a girlfriend. And then they fall in love anyway.
Dude, you're dating somebody while you flirting with
Yeah, and then he's like, I don't want to break up with so-and-so because she has a terminal illness. And it's like, oh God, Colleen Hoover strikes again.
Colleen Hoover, what the fuck's up with you?
I know! So anyway, so I finished that, then I read the companion, which is called Maybe Not. And then she wrote the second book, and she put it on Wattpad.
Wattpad's a toxic
Wattpad!
site.
I had to get the Wattpad app like a fucking local.
I used to be on Wattpad. I had like some...
I was always on Archive of Our Own.
Stories on there. I tried Archive of Our Own, but then like the fact that I had to make an account made me irritated to get on it. I was like, no, I'd rather go to fanfiction.net.
Then I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. It was so dark.
What is it about?
I'll do spoiler warnings whenever I talk about stuff. So the girl, like, she grew up in a house where, like, her dad would, like, hit her mom a lot. And then she always wanted her mom to leave, but, like, she never did. She falls in love with this guy who's, like, a surgeon, and he's really rich. He's, like, really sweet. Like, I was so obsessed with him when I started reading this, and I had no idea where this book was gonna go. That's why I call these trigger warnings. They get married and stuff, and then he, like, they get really drunk, and then he like pushes her down. He's like, oh, it'll never happen again. He's like crying, but then it happens like 2 more times, and then she finally like leaves him, and they were married, and she's pregnant with his child.
What kind of books do you read? Colleen, what the fuck?
Colleen, stop! Next, we have A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas, and it's just literally a fan fiction. It's like Christmas time, and they're all shopping for each other. Isn't that funny though? Isn't that funny?
I'm disappearing behind your book. Writing a fan fiction about your own books.
Next, Sarah Moxie!
I don't know if I like added it to my Goodreads or not.
Well, I read it because Emma Books is obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did. I read it in one day for Booktubeathon, and I loved it so freaking much. Highly illogical behavior.
What is it about?
What's that phobia where like you never leave the house? Agoraphobia?
Agoraphobia. I'm like fixing my hair every 5 seconds, I'm sorry.
The hair now, my hand, Then I read this, and why does it have a freaking, what is this, National Book Award finalist? It's not that good. It's like okay. It's like
Girl labeled as a school slut, now she's trying to overcome.
It had a movie with Kevin Bacon. And I watched it.
Was it good?
No. It was so weird. I've never seen a movie that's been so exactly like the book. Like they use the same lines. Like I could finish her sentences.
I feel like that's how it was when I was watching the trailer for oh my gosh, I can't remember the title of the book. I know, Shutter Island.
Oh, Shutter Island.
Yeah.
I read this one. I've seen the movie like 6 times, so I thought I might as well read the book.
I don't like the movie. I couldn't get through it because of the editing.
We're on the last 2 books. I don't own them because they're so problematic. I didn't want to be caught with them.
50 Shades of Grey. I was actually thinking of renting it from my library just to read it and see. I heard a lot about it, and I looked some stuff up, and it's really bad. But I also just because everyone else did. So
I guess I'm gonna make a video about this. It was so not what I expected because it has so much personality, like Anna, that Bella never had.
I reread the Twilight books in junior high school. I just didn't realize how much of a bitch Bella was. I'm like, Bella is such a fucking bitch. I actually prefer a movie version of her.
Well, Anna does a lot of, you can't say that to me, don't treat me like that, does leave him. Because it's kind of the new moon, because you know how it's a fanfic.
Yeah.
A new moon, he leaves her. In 50 Shades, she leaves him. She's gone. She's like, we don't work. I don't like the way you treat me. You're really fucked up. I can't deal with your past. Bye. The other thing is that I didn't know it was going to be so much like a fan fiction, because there's no plot, it's just them having really fancy dinners, riding in a helicopter, and then they have sex every few chapters. There's nothing going on. There's a few antagonists that come up in book 2 and book 3. the plot is just like them going out. It's a fan fiction. Like, it's just them, like,
literally
hanging
a fan
out,
fiction.
being rich. So the last book is 50 Shades Darker.
50 Shades Darker, yeah.
Yep, that's the last book I read. So we have 2 E.L. James books, 4 Colleen Hoover books, 4 Sarah J. Maas books. Thank you so much for watching. So thank you for making this more entertaining.
You're welcome.
Subscribe to Maddie. She's down below.
Maddie
Maybe at the
Lee
end. Maddie Lee reads. Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about my favorite books of the year with you in December. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Bye.